What is up, y'all? What is up? Gonna feed some Plecos tonight. What is up, Adrian? Nice to see you, buddy. That sword up there in the right front was from you. What up, Dank? My G. What's up, Carrie? David? Yeah, what up, Dank? What up, Honeybee? Nice to see ya. Jeffroz After Dark, yeah. It makes for better video whenever you don't have a bunch of lights on. Bush Latte. What's up, Joseph? How long will be on? I have to get home from having Caleb at the doctor. I'm probably just gonna be on for an hour. I got 2 tanks to feed here. I'm gonna feed some Plecos. What's up, Angelos? What's up, Mikey? Scary stories, yeah. How those dogs doing? Pretty good. They went down smooth. For real, is the Pleco about to die? No, Matthew. What's up, Daryl? Nice to see ya. That's okay, Candy, no worries. Whenever I go 7 days in 1 week, you're bound to miss some. We're gonna feed some Starlight Plecos. Might not see the 183s because they are nocturnal as can be, but the 182s, I think they will come out. I'll be popping in when I can. All right, sounds good, Angelos. I've been in the fish room all day today. Nice, Mikey. Yeah, you got to leave out tomorrow, don't you? You're probably trying to get prepared, I would say. Yep, it's gonna be exciting, Honeybee. In this top, I've got 2 40-gallon breeders in front of me, and I just did water changes and overflowed the top tank. The worst that I've ever overflowed a tank ever. It's hardwood floors in here. I hurried up and got a towel. Yeah, it was bad. I was in another room. Angelo's had just reached 1,000 subscribers, and I had put him on the community tab yesterday, and I was commenting because he thanked me on there a little bit earlier whenever he got to 1,000. So I was commenting and I was typing, and in the background I could hear splash noises, and I come out here and this top 40-gallon breeder was going everywhere out the front of the tank, luckily, and only 1 fish made it in the overflow, and it was a female inler, and I got her back into the tank without any problems. So what's up, Gone Mad? If I missed anybody jumping in here, I'm sorry. Stream just crashed on me. Did it crash on anybody else? Mikey's going from the basement nowadays, so I think it was probably him. We didn't crash, did we, Dank? What's up, Brandon? Nice to see you, buddy. What's up, Matthew? Once we get enough people in here, I'll go ahead and get started. What's up, Jenny Lynn? No crash there, Daryl? Yeah, I think that basement is going to be detrimental, Mikey. I know I'm not saying my stuff is ever perfect, but I know that sometimes when we're talking to you, I want to see the 182s. Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and get started. Go ahead and get you guys turned around here to where you're not looking back there. All right. Here we go. What's up, Bear Bottom? Alright, we got some stuck up here in the top. that white out all the green beans, or are you able to see them? We should be good to go here. I've already see a starlight peeking its head out at the right base of this sword plant. We got 182 right at between those rocks right there. It's just chilling. Yeah, these 182s are hungry. I think it's been a couple days since I fed them, and they will definitely be out. The 183s, I've got one where it's caved up. There it comes. See it moving around back in there? Starve them good, that's my saying. What up, Dank? Yeah, those 183s, they don't care how hungry they are. The lights have to be out in order for them to come out. I'm keeping my eyes open for other. I see another one coming. Right in here. You can see one underneath this wood right there. Got another one coming over here. Right up here. Oop. They're getting hungry. Here it comes. There's one right there. That one's still got a little bit of white on its tail. So that's probably one of the smaller ones. I think I got one that still has white, complete white on its tail. They're coming. I don't know why they're goofing off over there. The beans are over here, boys. How many do I have? I've got 6 182s in this tank. There's one right there. Boom. That didn't take very long, did it, guys? So we got some 182 action going on. I've got a couple of 183s goofing off down there, but none of them coming out of the hiding. So we'll just go ahead and stay with these guys for now. Beautiful Plecos, I'll tell you. These guys are nice. I'd say, I don't know. I'd say that one's probably 3.5, 4 inches long, probably somewhere around in there. Yeah, I love mine too, Dank. Love some action, Jeffro. Yeah, honeybee. It didn't take very long. We got another one over here just came out. There's one. They look so much better in person. Yes, they do. They really do. Cameras can't really pick up their pattern that good. Like in person, they look dynamic. That one's got a lot of white on its tail back there. But for the most part, like this one, its white's all gone. It's just got the starlights left. And that one that's on the rock at the right has got a little bit of white on its tail, but not much. Hopefully all 6 of them will come out, but I doubt it, because there's one big fat, sorry ladies, there's one large female that she doesn't really come out that much. She stays hidden a lot. There's another one back there underneath that driftwood that's poking around. It'll probably come out any second. I'd like to get all 6 of them out here at the same time. I don't know that I've been able to video all 6 of them at the same time since I had them in the specimen container when I put them in here. It'd be pretty nice. Is that your Apocalypse 10 green beans they're eating? Yes, it is, honeybee. Yeah, this tank, I just got done doing a water change on it. And it's got a great big giant piece of Mopani back there. Big piece of Mopani. And then I've got some rocks in here, some bigger river rocks. Got one that's kind of upright back there in the back. It's hard to kind of see. And I've got some bal in here, and up front I've got a crypt spiralis right here. Got a jungle sword over here, and I got a red flame sword here. And then I've got a crypt wendite over here and a crypt wendite right there. And I think that does it for the plants. And then I've just got a couple of ceramic caves in here, those watering spikes. And the substrate is just pea gravel and crushed coral. Like 2 cups of crushed coral and like probably about a 10 or 15 pounds of pea gravel. And all the plants do really good in this one. The 182s don't mess with my plants. My plants do really good in this tank. The 183 tank, they mess with my plants. So we've still got 3 feeding. Got 2 that are in the camera right here. And we got 1 over there and 1 right behind it on that wood. It's a bigger one. Thanks, Carrie. Yeah, this one that's coming into frame under the wood back there, it's larger. Yeah, I think it's a big female. It's a lot larger. It's eating on a green bean right now. It sees me and it will take off. It's a spooked. That one's larger than any of the 3 that are out right now. So now we've got 4 out eating. Only 2 more to go. I don't know. This one might be a male. On the camera, it looks like there's bristles on top of the nose, but yeah, I'm back quite a ways though, Brandon. I'm kind of in the dark back here. I've got all the lights behind me shut off and stuff. The 182s, they come out and eat during the light like this, as long as we're not walking around in the dining room and stuff and they don't see us. Like if I got up and walked up by the tank right now, they would take off. And like that big one just darted back behind the Mopani. And the other one that was with it kind of spooked too. I can still see them back there, but these 2 over here, well, now only 1 over here. The other one's down right in here in the rocks. Yep, they see me and they'll take off. The 183s just won't come out when it's light. I shut out the light, wait 5 minutes, go back, and they're all out with the flashlight. They're all out, and then they take off going crazy. That one back here is huge for its age. I'd say it's for sure 4 inches long, for sure. But I just got done setting up a new tank for these guys the other day. And here in the next week or so, I'll be taking them out of here and putting them in a new tank. None of them cave up in this tank. They all just go under the Mopani and into the rocks and into the bushes. And yeah, none of them ever cave up in here. Now my 182s, I've got one of them that stays caved up all the time. It's really, really big. It's bigger than this one back here actually. But I think it's a female. It acts like a male, but I think it's a female. These are really hard to tell until they get a little older and they just start getting giant bristles. That's like my catfish don't like the human interaction. Exactly. Mikey doesn't either. Yeah, Mikey was born a Pleco probably. I got these L182 Starlight Plecos from Mile High Plecos that's in the chat. Probably February of this year. So probably around 10 months I've had them. And they were probably around an inch long, when they, Mikey? When I got them? Somewhere around in there. Honeybee. somewhere around an inch long, I think, whenever I got them. Female will have 2 very pronounced bristles on their top lip. Right around an inch. Yeah, that's what I thought. They were tiny little boogers. Got one back behind the sword plant in the very back coming out. I can see it moving around. It's a bigger one. So they've really got those green beans spread out now, little boogers. They can hide and still get to them. But it did not take them long to get out here. I told you that, dummy. Yeah, I know. It's still just, it's really hard to determine if they're male or females at this age. These are. I think the males really have to get some really, because their bristles kind of blend into their face. And whenever they're taking off swimming 1,000 miles an hour every time you try to look at them, I mean, I pretty much gotta, what I gotta do is whenever I move them this next weekend, Dank is dummy tonight, LOL, you're safe, Jeff. Whenever I move them this weekend is when I've got to just get my hands on them and really figure out what I've got. Because there's no use in messing around with them if I've just got 6 females, which I highly doubt it. So I really just got to get my hands on them. What's up, BB23? Really just got to get them in some specimen containers and really just eyeball them and figure out what I got this next weekend. I'm going to do that on my 183s as well. I would show you guys my 183 tank, but there's just nothing going on down there yet. The assassin snails are tearing up the green beans. The endlers aren't bothering them. I did take some assassin snails out of the bottom tank earlier and moved up to the top tank so I can start producing them up here. BB has one of these. Sweet. You guys can see at the edge of that rock right there, there is a 182. See right there? And then right down there and on that rock to the left of the sword plant. There's a bigger one coming in. So right now I can see 4 of them. That one's nice up here. That one right there is really nice. Actually, right now I can see 5. I see 5. Got 3 in the camera right now. And then right here, there's 2 in the camera. But one of them is all the way under the Mopani back there, and you can't hardly see it. There's one on the right side. Okay, there's one just to the left of this Pleco cave, and there's one just to the right of this Pleco cave. So that's 5 that I can see with my eyes right now. So we've only got one more left to find. And there's no telling. There's usually one that stays on the left side of the tank. It's like they've got their own little boundaries and stuff. What is up, Jeremy? Jeff, how many you originally order? I originally ordered 5, and he got me an extra. And that order, something happened in the shipping and only one of them survived. And then a few weeks later, he sent me 5 more, or maybe it was the next week, he sent me 5 more, and all 5 of those lived. And I ended up with 6. Candy says she's still here lurking while driving. Be careful driving. Goodness. This one up here is pretty big. But yeah, I started out with 6 at the very beginning, and I've still got 6 as far as I know. I'm only counting 5 right now, but that doesn't mean that the 6th one just isn't coming out yet. I've counted 5 here tonight. That one over here is huge by this sword plant right here. That one's pretty good size. And this one right here is pretty good size too. Dumb. What's up, Rob Myers? So I can still see 5. I can see 5 of them. Let's see. I'm trying to keep my eyes peeled so I can see the 6th one when it comes out. They love these green beans though. Still no 183 action yet. The best I can show you is a tail whip whenever it does move. There is a 183 tail right there. What's up, Barbara Jackson? Go get me a towel. Dry out my arm. Did you guys see its tail dart in whenever I put my arm down in the water? What's up, Priscilla? I don't know if anyone ever told you but you're live a lot. Yeah, this week I am, Priscilla. Trying to break the internet, Priscilla. No, I'm just trying to get to 100 live streams by the end of the year. So I decided to go live every night this week. Jeremy says, here it comes, Jeffro. Yeah, no doubt, right? Oh, I was like sitting here wondering where all my 182s went. But you know where they all went? Whenever I stood up and started getting down in the... Yeah, it's like a Jeffy overdose. What's up, Pleco Whisperer? Yeah, all the 182s just took off because whenever I got up to move those green beans to get a better look at the 183s, they all took off. There's one starting to poke its head back out. They decided that I wasn't trying to kill them. Alhana says, or Endlers. Yeah, these are, I'm liking Jeffroz every day, yeah. These are rainbow tiger Endlers. I guess we can look at those while we're waiting on Plecos to come back out. These are a strain of Plecos that I got from Priscilla. She got from King Lee, and King Lee got from Lucas from LR Brutts Aquatics. And they are prolific, as you can see. I got a pair and some fry from her probably 6 months ago or so, and they are prolific. Yeah, oh look, my fish with Michael's fish. That's exactly right, Priscilla. Look, here's a shot of Priscilla's Rainbow Tigers and Mikey's L182. Isn't that cool? Sounds like kind of a plague, yeah, no doubt. A guppy game if telephone. I love with my super red Plecos. Oh, okay, cool. No 183 action still. Yeah, I don't know about going live every day. It would be really tough. It would be really tough to go live every day. If I went live, yeah, I did spook them, Brandon. They're at least coming out and eating, but all it took, you know, I had 5 of them out. which I probably shouldn't have got up and done anything yet. But I had 5 of them out looking for the 6th one, and I had to go down there and start messing with the 183 tank and spooked them off. Priscilla says the Endlers are better than the Plecos. You might get bored going live every day. Yeah, no kidding. I'll tell you, I've got enough tanks. I could do a different tank every night, though. I could. I think I counted the other day. I got 39 tanks set up now. And I've got 1 to figure out a project and start doing. Don't know what I'm going to do yet. Probably some kind of Pleco breeding tank. But it will go in there in my office. I've got a spot figured out for it. And we'll just go from there. I don't know if you guys can see that one better or these 2 over here better. These 2 you can see the Endlers better. Honeybee said, so busy, it's great. Yeah, there is a lot of things going on in here. There's actually too many ram's horn snails in here, so I put like 6 assassin snails in here earlier out of my 40-gallon breeder that's down below. And that's what I started out with down below. I got some from Jeremy in August, and they have really done a really good job. They outproduced all the other snails in the bottom. What temp do you have the tank at? You know what? I really don't remember. Let me just do a check real quick. I did just change water though, so it's probably going to be different. I usually try to keep this one around 74, 76. Sorry, Plecos. Sorry, babies. This tank is at 75 degrees right now, Priscilla. You have a lot of females. I gave someone some too, and they have more males. I think it's the temp. Yep. Whenever they're outside, they produce a lot more males, and whenever they're inside, they produce a lot more females. Definitely. That's what I've found anyhow. There's a big old female right there. Where'd she go? There she is. Look at that big female. She is like 4 times the size of the males. She just grabbed a whole green bean and took off. Yep, no shrimp in this tank. Just snails, plecos, and endlers. The OG females are the best. Yeah, they are really kind of cool. They don't like to be caught when they're prego. Honeybee says, jeepers, massive. Yeah, she is a huge female. It seems like, for the most part, there's always one gigantic female. I got another pretty decent female over here. If she'll go into frame. She's getting ready to come back down. She's pretty decent sized. But this one right here is huge compared to the males. Oh, here she is. She is just spectacular. You see a male up next to her, and those males are full grown, guys, and they're like 6 times smaller. Pam says, I click on live stream and hear prego. Yep, this must be Jeffro's stream. Definitely, Pam. Welcome. Nice to see ya. If you have Moscow blood in your guppy line, some will get enormous. Nice. I got one female that looks like a ping pong ball. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Is Jeffro no for that, Pam? Yeah, I'm known for that. She is going to eat the male. Yeah, I know, right? Let's see here. There's one of my assassin snails poking its head out. It's one of the adults. I like those assassin snails. They seem to be pretty prolific. They like the pea gravel and crushed coral. This tank is busy though. I mean, look at how many fish are in there. Tons of fish. And it's nice that it's got plecos in it and they don't mess with my plants. The plecos leave the plants pretty much alone. Got 3 plecos goofing off over here. What's up, Blue Waters? I'll tell you what, when you go live every night, you can figure out how many people you'll get if you go live at a certain time on a different night than what you normally do. Like last night, we had like 50 people in here by this time. And tonight we got, I think it looks like 37. It's kind of weird when you look at it like that. So what is everybody up to tonight? I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see 5 of the starlights. I'm hoping that this one over here, yeah, this one over here is a new one, so I'm confirming this is the 6th. It's got a bunch of white on its tail. It's like just now the first time it came out tonight. I know this is a different one. What's up, Reef Tanks? You're in bed ready for sleep, honeybee? Yep, it's still early here. I think it's like 6:30 here, somewhere around in there. Cleaning guppy tanks, it never ends. Yeah, I know, right? Set up 2 new tanks, no sleep. Oh boy, Blue Waters. Setting up new tanks and no sleep, I'll do that any day. That Pleco just disappeared. It must have saw my arm. Nope, it's still back there behind a bunch of endlers. Okay, I'm gonna do another count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I just need to see the 6th one, and I think I see it, but I just need to see it move. Come on, I know that's you. Might not be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, I want to count the 6th one. Playing video games with my kiddo, hurt my back. Aw, Carrie, that's sad. Good that you're playing with your kiddo, but sad that you hurt your back. Tampa Tom's here. You make me want to get a Pleco or 2. I've been known to do that. Tampa Tom says, getting ready to go riding. Awesome. So let me do another count here. Yeah, I'm still not seeing that 6th one. I know this one over here is the 6th one, but now one of these others, I'm only able to count 5 over here, or 4 over here. I want to be able to count all 6, that way I can sleep tonight. I would say whenever I take this tank done, okay, I'm back, had to talk to Dad, alrighty. I would say whenever I take this tank and start to get these plecos out here this weekend, I'm gonna have to be pulling a lot of stuff out to get all of these plecos out, because they haven't been touched. Gosh, I can't remember whenever I did this tank. They haven't been touched since I put them in here. So I would say they're gonna be wild. Here's some tail action with the 183s. That's all we're gonna get right now. It's just some tail action. kind of sideways and its tail's out, but not wanting to come out no matter how hungry they get. Got a little tail action over here, right by this rock right here, right above my finger. You can barely see the tail sticking out underneath that mopani. Tail action, yeah, no doubt, Barbara. Some Pleco tail action. But that's all we're getting tonight from the 183s. They do not want to come out. I would go down there and take the lid off of that Pleco cave, but it would just take off frantically and you probably wouldn't get to see it very good. And then all my 182s would take off again. And on these tanks also, I've got an Aqua Clear 20 on each one and a sponge filter on each one, and that's all I've got for filtration. And then, you know, this tank has more plants in it than the one below it does. There's 3 Plecos in frame eating green beans. But like I said earlier, I've got a new tank set up for them, pretty much ready to go. And I'll be moving them over. It's going to be a 20 long, bare bottom, pretty much caves and a little bit of wood for some gnawing action. And I'm going to get them a little bit more condensed into a smaller system to try to see if I can get them to go. There was one that just came up here and just took off like crazy. Went back into the darkness. Mortal Slayer 82 is here. What's up, man? I can't wait till Prolific Breed gets back with me, but today is Wednesday. Yesterday, since it had been a whole week since I sent his Plecos to him and they hadn't arrived, I went ahead and filed for a lost package. Are those Bumblebee Endlers there? No, Sci-Fi Swordsman, they are Rainbow Tiger Endlers. Yeah, I probably should. After I get these Plecos out of here, Priscilla, I probably will. I'll spread my Fantasy Blue Dreams over into this tank, I think. Because I never have started any more Blue Dreams anywhere, and I really need to split them up to where I can keep their line going. But, what was I talking about? I can't really remember. Vertebrae is shifted to the right. Ouch. Hoping to get the fish get to the fish room tomorrow. Well, good luck, Carrie. Plecos and shrimp do fine together. Yeah, I know, but I just don't want to yet until after I get the Plecos out of here, just because of a feeding type thing. The Endlers keep the food pretty ate up anyhow, and then what the Endlers don't eat, the Plecos eat. So I think if I have the Plecos out of here, which it's just this weekend, then I think the shrimp will have, I mean, it's a planted aquarium too. The shrimp are going to have all kinds of areas to eat. Pam says, you are buffering, Jeffro. Am I buffering for anyone, guys? Oh yeah, lost fish package. So yesterday was the whole, it was, I shipped them out the Monday before this week to Prolific Breed out in Chino, California. And they still hadn't made it as of yesterday. So I filed for a lost package. And today I checked the notifications and it said that they made it to his doorstep. Now he didn't stay at home today to try to get the package because we haven't had updated notifications on it since Tuesday of last week when it said that it left Oskaloosa. So maybe you probably already refreshed it, didn't you, Pam? Mod the mods. There's other people that are saying that it's not You're wearing fancy pants? Oh no. I thought you were going to say I was buffering, Mikey. Because Pam said that she's buffering right now. I know, right, Pam? Because he said, guess what? I figured he would say, you're buffering. Because Mikey buffers every time I stream. He's one of those guys that always thinks it's me, and I'm one of those guys that always thinks it's you. He says that I've been buffering the whole time. Sorry I'm late. You started too early. Yep, sorry, Jamie. Usually on Wednesday nights, it seems like Joel goes at like 5 to 6, and then, well, 6:30 sometimes. And then nobody's really going live between 6:30 and 7. And then I think Corey goes for like 2 hours, and Dan goes in there too. So I just ignore it anymore. Jeremy says you're not buffering. Reels Tank says you are buffering. Oh boy, so it sounds like part of the country is buffering with me tonight, and part of them are not. What's up, Benjamin P? If I didn't say your name already, what is up, buddy? Honeybee in the UK is not buffering. She's all the way over in another country, and she's not buffering. Pam's just a couple states up in Wyoming, and she's buffering. What's up, Carbon Really? Tampa Tom down in Florida says no buff here. Is it pretty nice out there today, Tampa? Choppy off and on for Swaggy Skywalker. Honeybee likes a buff man. Well, I've got plenty of buff, Honeybee. Oh. Oh, man. Jeffroz FishKeeping Mikey. Oh, man. I bet it is, Tampa Tom. Barbara Jackson blames aliens for the buffering. Benjamin P's dying over there. Please do not live stream in the buff, L182. Priscilla says, Honeybee with the beard, right? Yeah, Priscilla's in love with my beard. She'd probably rather have my beard than me. They said buff, not fluff. Yeah, you're right, Sci-Fi. You're right, they did. Oh, you can forget about the leggings, Priscilla. Ay, ay, ay. Those things would not like me. I would probably have to return them because they would rip out. Yes, a buff with a beard. Oh God, this stream just went way south real quick. Thanks a lot, Mikey. You had to do the Jeffroz FishKeeping. Yeah, this one over here has still got a lot of white on its tail. It's one of the smallest ones of the group too. Its tail's down below that leaf right now, so we're not able to see it, but pretty much the rest of them have all lost their stripes though. And down in the 183 tank, I started out with 6, and about 30 days after I got them, I lost 1, and then a day or 2 later I lost another one, and they had no signs of anything that was wrong with them. They just died. And I think this one right here is a male. Pretty sure it's a male. What do you think, Mikey? See its bristles? I know it's buffering for you really bad, but I think that one's a male. It's gobbling so fast you can't tell. That's what I was getting ready to say. I can see on the camera some bristles, but it's going so fast. The little boogers are hungry. They act like I never feed them. Look at that big old female. Good grief, she's big. Yeah, no kidding. Plug it into one of those power strips, Benjamin. Then you can flip it on and off with the switch. Is it no, it's not, Mikey. I won't even repeat that question. She's huge. Jeffro, hey, if I send you a pic on Facebook of a fish, will you take a look at to see if I should be concerned? Sure, I'll take a look at it, man. Let's see here. Ooh, we got one on the glass. That's pretty nice. What's up, Lisa? What is up, Taco Man? Just feeding some plecos, some green beans. See, Mikey, the bristles there? I don't know. It's just hard to tell at this age for me because that could be a female. This one right here, to me, looks like a female. Just a couple of bristles on the front. But this one's got some on top of its nose. What's up, Haley? Jeffro grows his beard long enough he can braid it like a Viking. I know, like, looks male to me. Thanks, Mikey. I'll just go ahead and mark it down confirmed that it is a male. I laugh and my plecos take off swimming. Yeah, the camera does not do these plecos justice. This camera, anyhow. I mean, those white spots are bright in real life. Do 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 do. This one over here is just buried in green beans. Completely buried. You can just see a tail whip. Funny. What's up, Wichita Falls? Plants look very good, by the way. Thanks a lot. I do have some green hair algae in here that you can see. And got some green hair algae there. And then I forgot back here, barely see back by that sponge, I've got some Wendite, or not Wendite, Windelobe, Java Fern Windelobe back there. Forgot about that one. I'm at Lucas waiting on tanks, system to fill. Got to run. I actually get a date night tonight with no kids. Woohoo. Thanks a lot for stopping in, Mikey, and have a great night, brother. Enjoy your time with your wife. Enjoy it, brother. I will be posting a thing for the live stream, and I will use the drawing on thumbnail. Oh, man, that's funny. Cool date night. Yeah, what are those? I haven't been on a date in like 2 years. I get date nights all the time, but I don't use them. Because I usually find out that I'm kid-free like 5 minutes before it happens. Candy said, just got home, had my 24-year-old in the car too, and listening to the stream, he said, with all the female comments and the tail action, you sound like a perv, Jeff. Oh, Lord. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Yeah, I probably am, actually. In a good way. I'm a good perv. Ay, ay, ay. She sure is getting her fill of green beans. Look at her. Good grief. I don't think she has any room for green beans. She's like, get on out of here. That's my green beans. We are the pervs. Yeah. Jeremy says no comment. Yeah, Jeremy knows if I'm a perv or not a perv. He will vouch for me. Oh, man. Trying to... All right, Jeremy, since you are watching, there's some of your assassin snails that you got me. Eating green beans. Got one in the cave and a couple outside of it. They actually took off and did really good in this tank. There's a red bar in there that doesn't look really bright, but I don't know if it's, oh, it's because I've got all that dwarf water lettuce in there. See all that water lettuce on the top? It cuts down the light on that tank. And this tank up here has got a bunch of duckweed in it, but the light is shining through. You ever thin out your valve? You know, on this tank, I haven't. What I usually do is I cut the tops off of it when it starts getting all over the tank like it is right now. And yeah, like right now I kind of need to actually. But I haven't really thinned it out too much because I'd kind of like for it to spread back there and get along the back wall. But in tanks that I really need to thin it out, like the tank down below, same substrate and everything, and the valve doesn't like it as much. Reels Tank says, how many male and how many females in a 55-gallon, Jeffro? Well, it depends on if you're talking Plecos. Are you talking Plecos, Reels? You should all send Jeff a pair of his leggings for Christmas. Thanks, Candy. That's funny. I don't know if they got a size big enough for my legs. I might have to buy one pair for each leg. I use a clamp and clamp it to the faucet with the hose down close to the drain. Yeah, I don't know if you were on here earlier, Pam, but I overflowed this tank right here bad earlier. The worst overflowing I've ever done in my career. Bad. Thigh highs in a garter. Yeah, no kidding, right, Jamie? That female's pushing her weight around tonight. Good grief. What's up, Raccoon? What's up, Fish Keeping Jamaica? Jeffro, what is better substrate for Val? I think Val really likes gravel. I really do. Some people say that it don't, but this tank up here is the best Val tank that I've had, and it's pea gravel, and it spreads pretty good. My other tank in the other room, it spreads really good as well, and it's got some Fluval and some Eco Complete in it. So this one, in order to spread, it's got to punch through the gravel a little harder, but a lot of people say that it doesn't like gravel, but this tank is actually doing pretty good. You're my BFF, right, Jeff? Yes, Priscilla, I am your BFF forever. Dan Squire says, hi guys. On this earlier question mark, I never make this one. Yeah, I actually, this is not my normal night, but I'm going live every night this week, Dan. My normal nights now are Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I'm just doing a live stream every night this week to try to get to 100 by the end of the month. To do 100, because this is like my 86th live stream of the year. Fish Keeping Jamaica says, I noticed many YouTubers, fish keepers, are getting some expensive equipment and saying how great they have, but on careful assessment, not much fish tubers can afford to get them. Yeah, I know, right? Bearded Fish Friend, what is up, Kevin? I can't keep Val alive to save my life. I've tried several occasions. Yeah, Jeremy. I really don't know what the secret is. I don't even use root tabs on Val. Like, Val grows really good for me. I don't know. I've got softer water, but in this tank, I've got at least 2 cups of crushed coral mixed in with this pea gravel. And then I did not use any root tabs on the sword or the Val. I used root tabs on this Crypspiralis And both of these cryptwendiotes, I got a cryptwendiety over there and a cryptwendiety over there, and I use root tabs on them, but like this flame sword and this jungle sword, no root tabs on them. This jungle sword is doing really good. And see down here below, there's a jungle sword about the same age right there, and it's not doing as good. And like this Java Fern Windelow back here at the very back, right in front of that sponge, you can just see the tips of it. That's the best looking Java Fern I have in the whole house. Like, it's the brightest green out of all of them. But yeah, my Val does pretty good in this tank. I mean, I started off with 3 small little clumps, and this one over here is spreading really good. It just started out in a little small clump over there, and it spread out to here. And then this one started out here, and it spread over to here. And then this one over here just started out in a clump, and it's going all around my big rock back here. I've got a big tall rock that I was kind of using as a feature. I don't know if I can move the light back so you can see it. That shows it a little better. But then all my baby Plecos took off. I didn't paint the backs of the tanks on these. So when you have the light up here in the front, it makes the back look a lot darker for video. I didn't see that rock. Yeah, I know. I've got the light right up at the front to try to shine down on these Plecos to where you can see them, because I've got a lot of duckweed. And if you look up here at the top, these roots that are floating, I've got some of those dwarf water lettuce. I don't have as much in the top tank as I do in the bottom tank, but yeah, I don't really have any like real fry plants in here for the fry to be able to really get in and hide really good. So that just goes to show that I either feed them good enough on the endlers, or the females just don't want to eat the fry. Because this one female that I have in here is big enough that she could eat fry if she wanted to. She's large and in charge. Well, I guess we got about 3 minutes left. I can take the top off of this Pleco cave and see if we can get that 183 to peek out real quick. So if you guys just pay attention to this cave right here, I'm gonna reach down in there and get the top off of it, try to see if I can get this big 183 to come out. I don't know if you guys got to see him or not, but he is huge. I don't know how well you got to see him. He came out once and then darted back in. And then when he took off, he really took off that time. Let's see here. Yeah, he's gone. That cave right there, I don't know if you guys watched the video of me making those, but that cave is really awesome. It's got 2 sides that they can come in on. They can come in on that side or that side. And Plecos lay their eggs in the top of their caves, you know? So you can take the top off of that thing and turn it over and look for eggs. If you want to scrape them out, just take the top out. I've got a couple of them made. I need to make me another one, actually. All right, guys. We are at the 1 hour mark. And want to appreciate. I want to let you guys know how much I appreciate it. Another good live stream. You guys really came out and supported me tonight. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these. Tomorrow night I will be back in the studio doing a normal Thursday night live Q&A. So make sure and check it out at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And hopefully you guys have a good rest of the night. I'm enjoying these, but Man, I don't know if I could do one every night. Maybe when I'm sitting down making my goals for the year, I'll try to figure out if I can do one a month or something maybe. I don't know yet. But anyhow, thanks a lot for coming out and support me, and we'll see you all again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Peace out, y'all.